look at it differently. Look at like you and I need people like that.
Yes.
To make money. So
Of course.
I think it's okay. Be a piece of your whole life. I don't care. I don't care.
Unnecessary talk with Brian Sturges.
I think that's good. You see, God, look at this. Every week, every Tuesday morning, I wake up and I say, let's see the views.
Let's take a look.
Let's go ahead and take that view count. And I see it grow
get out the calculator.
from 1 to 2.
Uh-huh.
Then it doubles because I'm awesome. It'll go to 4.
Boom.
Then
Quadruples.
I double again. 8, 12. That math is whatever. The point is, this is like watching Michelangelo
Donatello.
Paint?
early.
Raphael.
Yeah, from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Ninja Turtle? This was an episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me on Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, Mr. Brian Sturges. What is it? BrianSturges.com.
Yeah, Mr. Brian Sturges. Brian Sturges
Brian
Comedy.
Sturges Comedy at Brian Sturges. We have singer, songwriter, author, and one of Vermont's finest ice cream salesmen. It used to be Ben, Jerry's, and Cliff.
Yep.
Cliff Beast Music. Give it a lick. Like it's boop.
Call back.
Lick it. Yes. Cliff Beast. Get his book on Amazon. Side Hustle and Flow. Anything else? Did I forget anything?
I think that does it.
I think that does it for him. The CDC. Go ahead and wipe that on your pencil. Yes. Kill the germs. Kill the germs. I did just spend a very long Zoom call with what I saw afterward. Was I had a thing.
A dangly. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, was that noticeable? Because when I was talking to somebody else the other day, I saw that they had one. And I didn't say anything. And then I had one.
I hate video calls.
Oh,
Old school rotary phone.
I have it. I have one right there.
One of the patrons of the library when I used to work there, I used to run the old computer lab desk, and he came up to the desk, and it was like this long of a booger just hanging out. It was on his mustache. It was coming down.
Well, that's, if you have facial hair that's thick,
Yeah.
sometimes you can't tell it's there.
And I just was like trying to look every which way.
Was this pre-pandemic or?
Yeah, pre-pandemic. So then he left. He came back and yelled at me because I didn't point it out to me. He's like, you let me stand there with a booger hanging 3 inches out of my nose. And I was like, well, I don't know.
What do you want me to say?
This is my job. I don't know.
I don't say what it is. I'll just be like, hey, something. And then
This
they'll
is a
figure it out.
noticeable something or other. Yeah.
I think that means I want to buy Coke in West Hollywood. Like,
Yeah, right. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to West Hollywood. I mean, I'm, I don't want to follow up. I won't even say that, but I've been there. I've been to West Hollywood's gayest bars because I'm a man who's in theater. And I'm sure you hardworking men with your cracked knuckles and your large trucks think, this guy's half a baloney over here, right? But the point is, if you think about it, all I do is spend time with gay men and hot women.
Yeah.
And if you figure it out that they won't have sex with the gay men, you see,
Well, who's left?
that's right.
Oh,
Who's left?
I get it.
Where there's nobody else left and you're on the bottom.
You pick.
But I'm saying being a straight guy in theater.
You heard it first. He's on the
is,
bottom.
No, but then I'm with my bride who I love, who I don't think cares enough to watch this anymore. But if I say something about the past, I feel like I need to acknowledge her because she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's my rock.
Yep.
She's
rock
she's everything I've ever wanted in a woman and more.
Like a rock.
Ooh, Bob Seger. Is he still?
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
So we started the show and I asked you a question. I don't remember what that question was, but I said, what?
Who's my favorite Ninja Turtle?
That's it.
Oh, that's
Yes.
that. Yeah, good call.
And I was
forgot.
going to say
Smart.
Casey, the hockey swinging vigilante.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
But I
of a
always think
Jason
about them
Voorhees
sleeping
ripoff,
with
though.
April. Well, April, they slept with April. We know this, right? Like before,
Oh.
they were always teenagers. We just know she was a pedophile.
Wait, are you saying that she had like a 5-way with 4 reptilians?
And Master Splinter? Yes.
Oh, dang, a rat?
But he just watched in the corner.
Yeah.
He's like,
He never talked
He's like,
about
"I'll just-"
nobody.
that's him eating pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, good. He's eating pizza.
Yeah.
I'm glad you clarified that.
The good thing about Master Splinter is he was still Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
You rats. That's
Yeah.
just not very good people.
Rat at a Japanese restaurant, that's not a good look. Anyway.
I will say that I've never heard of a rat at a Japanese restaurant. Is that like positive racism? Where you're like, these people are clean, but the use of these people probably should.
Yeah, that ruined it.
Sushi.
I do notice that when I say races of people, that it sounds wrong, right?
Yes.
I was like, what are you Korean? Right? It just sound like I sound.
You put a question at the
But
end.
that's what I'm saying is I sounded look like everything that everyone is
Oh
fighting
my God.
against.
Speaking of Korean, Roy Choi.
Love him. Not Ray Chow.
No, Roy Choi.
Roy Choi.
Roy Choi. Amazing. Every restaurant I've been to that he does.
Korean,
It's how he does it.
Oh,
Mexican
never
fusion.
been.
Fusion. Kogi. Was it Koji?
Kogi, yeah.
Kogi.
Kogi.
And then, what was the other one he did? Chago.
Mm.
But yeah, he has a whole PBS thing called Broken Bread. It's amazing. I watched the whole first season. And
I haven't seen that one. I like him.
I love anything with food. I love Restaurant Impossible, Bar Rescue, all those. I like food.
I once
Chopped.
had an audition. There was a show called, was it Restaurant Startup or it was no. I once had an audition for a show in which I had to pretend that I was a waiter at a restaurant. And it was on Fox. It was like a national Wednesday night show.
Oh yeah,
And it was about the worst restaurants, the restaurant problems,
yeah.
whatever.
Worst restaurants in America.
And I went and I auditioned, and it was kind of an open call, but they would bring 40 people at a time and say, "This is what the scene is."
Cattle.
Yeah. So we're gonna pop you out. Well, I mean, they want unknown people. They want
Right.
people with no credits.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to sign an NDA saying you can't say you're an actor. You're going to say that you're a waiter.
Yeah.
So I went in, and the people went, and everyone's kind of timid, and they were like, "You have to have a confrontation because it's all about faking it, right? They want to throw the wine in the face." So everyone's going. She's like, "You're a jerk," and he's like, "Yeah, you'll never be somebody." Well, then this guy went.
Yeah. You were just aggressive with the Parmesan. You're like,
I opened up a throttle, and they were like, "Okay, I want you to yell at her." Well, I opened up the throttle. Now, I was probably, I don't know, 30 or something. Like, I was like a grown man, and I was just like, "See," like, and I just started going off, and she was stuck.
stunned. Yeah.
And so I just kept going and going and going.
And furthermore,
And then I stopped, and the whole room was silent. And I was like,
did I get the part?
yeah. So I was like, I said, and scene. And they were like,
That's actually.
and it was very strange because they were like, that was like I really did it. Like I actually said, yeah, look at you. You want to be a waitress? You'll never be. No, you can't even come up with something to say. Speak some words, Marjorie, or whatever, right? So they then called me repeatedly to be on that show. They're like, please be on it. And then I was like, I can't. It was one of those moments where I didn't want to sell my soul.
Right.
Because I had to send it, because the
You could have
reality
been
is,
angry waiter guy.
no, but then you're a clip on YouTube. I mean, I'm already a clip, but you know what I mean. But you're like, if you're on a Gordon Ramsay show and you're a freak, you're a clip forever and things.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're not allowed to say that you're an actor. If I was to be an actor, then I would do it. But I don't want people I don't want millions of people to see me.
Millions.
And no, millions. No,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure on those shows.
And then
yeah.
to be that I'm actually a waiter, and not only am I a waiter, I'm a fucking asshole.
yeah.
I'm like yelling at people and causing the scenes, but then they put a small disclaimer on the end of it, and then they eventually got canceled because it came out.
They were
Blah
actors.
blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like when Bear Grylls was having Snickers when he was supposed to be out in the wilderness. It wasn't like that.
no, is that a thing? It's a good story.
Yeah.
Those
It is.
people always have someone eating something.
Yeah. Do you think
Snickers
David
star.
Blaine spending 7 days in Iraq or Afghanistan?
Yeah. We don't know.
Is this how's the heat? Too much?
I like it.
Yeah, he likes it.
Black people like the heats.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, why did you say it like that? Why
I
did you
like
did you
the
put a
heat,
little sarsaparilla on it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Brown.
Okay.
You don't got to yell at me like you did the little white girl on the restaurant show.
No, but there have been a few things that I've been offered like that.
Oh,
that
you
I
should
don't
take
want.
it.
I know.
You should take
because Tiffany Haddish was on Pimp My Ride.
Right.
so many people start from that.
Ride my pimp. That's what I was doing.
I just thought it was kind of selling out. And now that I'm on the other side of it, I'd be like, please, let me.
Oh yeah, okay, get me back in there. Yeah, the rage waiter.
I just didn't want people to think I was really that guy.
You are that guy.
No, but I don't want to. I don't want to be wearing a waiter outfit or something.
Oh my God. I mean,
Although I waited.
you're like 3
Friendlies.
slaps from turning green.
Very hot.
Oh, I love Friendlies.
You're Hulk.
I
As a
think
kid,
friendly. That's
yeah.
a very East. New
Ooh,
England.
friendlies. Oh
Friendlies.
yeah.
You guys, yeah.
I like the little
We're all from the East Coast.
cone
Yeah,
hat.
East Coast.
Oh yeah.
New England.
Yeah, East Coast.
They have good kids menu. Kids are free under 12.
Yeah, I was a waiter
Thin
there.
fries.
I think in between either my sophomore and junior year or my junior and senior year.
I was hired there like right after senior year, and I worked like 2 weeks, and I was like, I'm out.
Were you not friendly enough? So we both worked at Friendlies? No, I've known you a long time. I've known this
This
man.
is the first.
This is.
I mean, that was the place. The Fribble. I love me some Fribble.
I don't mind. You know.
Smiley face pancake.
Me and my friends used to go there because they wouldn't kick us out after it's because we would spend hours there
Oh, yeah.
sitting there.
So you know how you're not supposed to tell a story?
Yeah.
That is where I
never tell
learned
stories.
about racism in restaurant seating.
Oh.
Because I was the youngest one. Everyone else was like old.
Why we gotta be about the bathroom?
So
Oh, is that how it goes?
now I'm not disparaging the fine Friendlies corporation.
I didn't know the chocolate ice cream. You
but,
sons of bitches.
but there's rows, they were like rectangles. And every time I worked, I got the farthest one to the left, and it was only black people. And I didn't register that until I got a little older.
Huh.
And I heard their comments of like, people would acknowledge like, why
Why are we all over here?
in a full restaurant are all of the black people here and then 3 rows of white people?
yeah.
And then
That's not very
I
friendly.
work because apparently,
Yep.
and then I was told by a black person.
Yep.
They said the reason this is because we don't tip. And he was like, just so you know, I'm gonna let you know now so that you're not surprised. He was helping me out. He's like, black people don't really tip, so that's why you're here.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we have an over tipping culture.
I think there's not that I don't not like reparations, but if you just made that happen, just give you that black people don't need to tip ever, and that over the
Oh,
course
I
of a
see.
lifetime.
Would not add up to the backs of
Oh.
blacks that built this country.
And how bad was it?
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
You see, once you know you're unemployable, you just
But you should have done that restaurant thing. See if you can get on there. Or something like it.
It was either restaurant. No, I was a stand-in for restaurant startup,
Oh.
and it was something, the worst restaurants of America.
Yeah,
don't
I remember
know.
that show.
But they got sued or something. Or
Oh,
something.
that's the one.
But
where
they
they would go
always
in
the
and they'd be
show.
like, "Oh, this is all maggots or something." Like the rice.
Yeah,
is
they're all the
maggots.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rice was 100% maggots.
Yeah.
It was vegan rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cut your story off 10 minutes ago to tell that one.
About the Ninja Turtle?
So you would be who? You'd be Michael. It's a beautiful wrap up. So you would be, which one of the 4 would you be? Michelangelo?
Oh, it's one of the 4.
No. You already answered that. You
Yeah,
said
he was
Casey.
Casey.
listening.
Casey,
Brian.
the hockey swinging
Yes, is right.
vigilante.
Which I only remembered from the cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they had other backstories. Like Raphael had a drug problem.
Really?
In the comic. Yeah.
Raphael
He had
had the size, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This pizza's not that great.
Yeah.
Damn joke.
Donatello was the quarterstaff.
Was the
Bo?
fashion expert.
Bo?
Yeah.
Bo?
Both staff, yeah.
Yeah, both have.
And then Leonardo was the swords.
No. Yeah, Leonardo's swords, yes. And Michelangelo's nunchucks.
Oh, I think it's a toss up between Michelangelo and Leonardo.
I mean,
Based simply on the
nunchucks
weapons.
are the coolest, but
Yeah.
nobody throws the stars. That's the other people, right?
Wait, what?
No, the Foot Clan.
Shuriken? Oh, yeah,
They
the
throw
Foot-
ninja
yeah,
stars,
they had
right?
the shurikens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like a shuriken.
That's no big
I
deal.
like a shuriken.
Yeah,
I like a shuttlecock. It's a different game, but
they're illegal here. You can't have them.
shuttlecock.
No, the shuriken.
Oh, okay.
Those the ones you throw in the air. To,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, ninjas! Ninjas!
Yeah, there you go.
How y'all ninjas doing? You know, last night I heard some Irish music and I said, I'm a jigger.
Fucking dumb, dude. Why is that? What's great is you could use that joke for like the next 30 days.
Yeah.
Because St. Patrick's Day is coming. what do you call the art? Well, I'm going to use the word art loosely, where it's the African American art where it's like really racist.
Blackface?
Yeah, but no, like it's like a minstrel art, where it's like where
minstrel stuff.
Is that what they call it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, have they updated that? Because I heard somebody use that, and then they got in trouble for calling it minstrel art. But is there like a new? Do you know what we're talking about? Like that turn of the century.
Well, I've seen like posters.
New Yorker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of it. It's very historic. I've seen a lot
They're
of
collectors.
art. Yeah. I've got a gollywog at home.
Gollywog.
It's
Yeah,
like
gollywog.
sugar.
What is that?
It's one of those blackface dolls.
Oh,
Gollywog.
okay.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
one.
but that.
But he used to have a picture as well. It was him, and they're all eating a jar of jam, and there's a duck and a chicken and a dog, and this blackface.
Oh boy.
figurine. But
I think of you, and I will buy you something that I think you would like. Because there are certain ones I'm like, that's not
Classic.
that funny. But there are some that I see online. If I see something that I think you would enjoy, I would buy it for you as a gift. Would that be offensive?
no, I find it funny, but I understand the historical significance of it. But I think I'm like one of those people that
Tim, do you understand the historical significance of this?
like
I
laughing
know it's
about it.
bad.
But laughing about it, I feel, makes you understand history to get through it to a better side.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel like trying to
comedy.
ignore it,
Oh, yeah,
its
yeah, that's a bad
existence
idea,
is
yeah.
worse because
Then
it
you're
just
doomed
means
to
that
repeat
people
it.
are hiding their racism
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of the more that we talk about.
Unlike
race.
this show where it's just out there.
Yeah,
It's just,
exactly.
Don't even say that there's any racism here. There isn't, right?
Sit down.
I mean, just
But why?
just coming from you.
But white people have racism as well against other whites. Just like Asians have other
Yes.
Asians and stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, like you mean like white trash?
Well, this is no, but
trash.
the Jewish community works within the Jewish community
Right.
quite a bit.
Speaking-
and when I was on Rodeo Drive, and I was
rodeo.
working in Beverlywood,
Rodeo.
the first question would be like, "Are you Jewish?" And I would say, "I'm not," and they would say, "Thank you," and that's it.
How much money?
Good day.
How much money you got? That's
No,
the
but
way
just
you know.
culturally, they help each other.
Right.
They
right?
most
So
certainly
they,
do.
They, the money.
Oh yeah, when I was growing
I heard
up,
someone talking about this.
But it
This
makes
isn't
sense.
like my. They were talking about how the Jewish dollar stays within that community. That they only go to Jewish-owned businesses,
yes.
and it's a
But
community.
That's
sadly,
history's fault.
sadly, we as black people, we meaning me, yeah. Actually, I have your 23andMe, Brian. You are 2% black.
Nice.
I would.
I would guess I'm 0, just based on
Yeah.
visually.
The head alone.
Yeah, I can actually see your great grandparents on the Mayflower list. They didn't do.
It's so hot in here. You can tell.
Yes. Oh no, I was gonna say the sad thing is
I
that
feel like my whole head is red.
the sad thing is that if black people want to do that, like Jewish people, we cannot. There aren't enough black businesses to
Well,
be
that's
able
what
to
this person
support
was
that.
saying. That's what that person. These people were saying.
Yeah, these people. Huh?
They were saying is that the money goes out the fastest from African American money goes out to other races faster than any other dollar.
Yeah, no, because there
For
was
that reason, that
yeah,
they don't
'cause
own it.
there was a black rapper who had a Netflix show, and he did a whole episode where he was like, "We want to support black business," but there were no black grocery stores, there were no black clothing stores. Like it was
Right,
in
yeah.
that radius, like it was hard to do it. There are some, and we should definitely like see how we can make that work as a thing. Like
You're a black business.
I know, but I'm saying to go out and be like, "Oh, let me go to let me get my food from this place." Like there's black restaurants like during the BLM.
I
we did
honestly
that
don't
stuff,
think
but-
about who owns the restaurant. I just think about the food.
Me too.
But I think, but Jewish
you
people
should,
would.
what you're saying.
Would. I mean, I'm not saying.
You hear that, you people?
I think Jewish people. Jewish people.
I heard that.
I think it's
So-
good to do that for minorities because they need the help. More. I think that's better. It's better to not have an affirmative action, but more people spend their money in black businesses.
I still think the no tip for black people should be a thing.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, why in certain jobs you get tips, but in other jobs you don't. It's like
Strippers, they get tips.
yeah, for sure, they deserve it.
Coffee people bartenders get tips. Coffee people get
Yeah,
tips.
but like,
But
what
if you go to a hot dog stand,
yeah.
no tip.
But what happened?
yeah?
No, they keep a jar out. But what happened to just doing your job? Like that was the tip. Like you should get a tip if
Oh,
you've
cool.
gone above and beyond your work. But just to expect a tip for doing your job, I don't like.
Well, the whole there's a theory that tipping and the wait staff is racist because they didn't want to pay minimum wage to black people, and most black people were African Americans. Okay, let's be cool. We're waiting tables and subservient jobs like that. So when they for serving, they didn't want to pay minimum wage, so they did a tipping system. So the whole act of the fact that in America, and it's gone down to like single moms, but in other countries, being a waiter is a job in which you get paid 30,
Oh, yeah, a living wage. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but here you get paid $4 an hour, and then you have to somehow get
Make up the
tips on the
difference,
service.
But the restaurants should be forced to pay the minimum wage.
But they're not, and it's I'm saying.
But why?
The derivation
Why is that the
of
only industry that doesn't do it?
Yeah. Well, it's like, why is real estate the only company that wants to be like, I want you to know everything about me? You know, you're salespeople, right?
Right.
If I buy shoes at a Foot Locker, I don't need to follow him and his family and be like, oh.
You don't want to send them a Christmas card every year?
Now, the crazy thing about that, the lady and I were in a mall in the store,
Yeah.
and this is the thing that I don't like about corporations or stores or just the non-autonomy of workers. We have built a system now. Like, I'm literally in a store. I'm like, I would like these shoes for this price. And they're like, no. I'm like, but I could buy this online for this price and have it tomorrow. And they're like, but we will not honor this price. So you'd rather have no money than take my money. But they can't rub two brain cells together to make that happen, and they're not given the autonomy by their management to make it happen.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm
They'll
like,
get in
why?
trouble, yeah.
Why would you fight to do this? Like, I'll go to a place and they'll just play, we can't do it. But it's like, but that isn't customer service because I want to give you my money, and now you want to give them money and you can't because they don't want to play ball. It's like, and this is why an Amazon can become Amazon or Zappos can become Zappos because they can
Owned by
make the
Amazon.
deals. Exactly. They can make the deals that other people wouldn't, but they don't give the workers autonomy. Like if the worker's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do in the system. Like, I'm like, can I have this without cheese? Like, no, it has to come as is because I only know how to push this one button. It's like, that is not a
That's why
society thing.
why have you seen these burger machines, the fast food grills? So now when you go to McDonald's, you put your order in on a screen now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now they, just like the bartending in Vegas, they have a hamburger where it makes the whole hamburger for you. So it puts the meat down.
Like a machine does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a robot. And then after 3 minutes, it goes, it's perfectly, boom, takes it out, puts it into plates. So they're automating the food industry and the takeout industry. None of you are needed. You need like the guy who loads the machine, the guy
Right.
who cleans the bathrooms, the guy.
And that's a robot
So
thing.
instead of 12 people, you just need maybe 2 people or 3 people
Yeah,
a
like
day.
maintenance people.
But the thing
Yeah.
is that if you're in there and there are people, they're useless. Like I was in there once, and I was like, okay, I did my thing at the thing, and it's like, take a number to your seat. I was like, there's no numbers. I go to the person, I'm like, hey, there's no numbers. They're like, what? I'm like, there's no numbers at the thing. What? There's no numbers at the thing. Finally, I had to drag them over there, show them there's no numbers, and they're still like, oh. Then they look back and they're like, oh, here's a stack of numbers. But like, your job was to take these numbers out hours ago. Why aren't they here? Why are you here? You know, that kind of thing. So.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying. They're not given any power to do the job. They're sort of just like a human button presser
Right.
type of thing.
But we don't
Yeah.
need dumber people. We need
But that's what
smarter
will
people.
happen,
Right.
right? Technology, the dishwasher,
Yeah.
everything.
Like,
washing
why-
Machines, everything
why is
sucking up time. We don't need you need stupid people less and less. You just need their money.
Yeah.
You don't need them to work as much. You just need them to take the money from them to
Right.
benefit yourself.
Yeah. And it's the same thing. Now you're dealing with like
One day you'll understand.
I don't have children. But
Every Christmas, this guy, he doesn't want to work Christmas Eve. He comes, he's got his little hat. He takes a little yellow hat off and he cowers into me and usually I'm using a very large quill pen and I'm hunched over a desk with my shekels
Doing the numbers. Yeah.
and Tiny Tim
on
comes
the
in
left, credits on the right.
and he says, "Can I take the Christmas Eve off to spend with it?" I say, "No, I'm not taking it off. I'll be here counting my stacks of coins."
I thought Tiny Tim wanted you to watch his TikToks.
Well, later on he does. Yeah.
But yes, if I was
I mean, that would be a bomb, if I may quote myself, a bomb segment if it wasn't so early in the episode.
right. But with kids, like in school, like there's a lot of reform. I think that's why we're manufacturing now dumber people, because I think school has not progressed to a level to make people better.
Yeah. As someone who worked in the schools, they kept lowering the passing
the
grade
standard?
until.
Yeah. But it's not about passing a test. It's about being a better person, and school doesn't do that.
The critical
school
thinking
gives you
part.
nothing to actually
But
have
that's okay.
a bomb life.
But look at it differently. Look at like you and I need people like that
Yes.
to make money.
Of
So
course.
I think it's okay. Be a piece of shit your whole life. I don't care. I don't care. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know, it's different if like you came from Peru with your family and things on your back and you fought and you're here and you get a job at Burger King in which that money that you can send even $1 or $2 out of your thing an hour is life changing to your family back home. I understand. But if you're a 45-year-old guy and you go and you're like, I have a bachelor's of theater arts and you're flipping burgers, I don't give a shit. It's minimum wage jobs.
Yeah. But the thing is, what I've learned now working on the jazz project is that
Here he is.
Fucking
Bring it up.
fucking-
no,
yeah, I
is
get
that
you.
there are leaders and then there's like side people. Like side people do not create projects. They never have their own projects because they just don't make projects.
You know, I thought of not only this, but you with that sentence
Yeah.
a few weeks ago. I realized that your whole thing is like, you don't need to do anything because you have so many dumb motherfuckers that are like, hey, tweak this for me. And you're like, I don't need to do, like, you get all of the fun of being a producer and an engineer.
Yeah.
You get all of the fun of doing it without like the stress of like having to pay for it and like
True, I don't
having
have to
it
pay
go
for it.
nowhere on the express train to Loserville.
One of my goals, though, is to put out an album of my own stuff.
Nice.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah. What about it?
What do you want to make?
You know, of
This
original
is why
music.
it's so hard, people.
But
Yeah, you
what
got
do you
pulled
want to make?
teeth.
Because you can't just say someday I want to make something. How many songs? What kind
it'd
of
be
Ooh,
10
he's getting
10
all-
10 songs.
Okay.
Okay, 10 songs. And it originally was for 2023, sometime this year.
Okay.
I wanted to hire, drummers and get actual people playing on it and not just me doing everything,
Yeah.
just to see, just so I can have it. Because I used to make albums all the time, but just for giggles when I was a kid. So
So you already wrote all the songs, arranged the songs, you're good to go. Pre-production, you're good to go. You ready to find the players to make it, or?
no, I have to write some bridges.
Ah.
The songs all don't have
Jeff?
bridges.
So
Yeah.
how long and
Jeff
when will
Lloyd.
you write these bridges?
Oh my God! You know what? The
This
trains
guy-
run
this-
on time with
Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah, I have to do it.
When you saw that on my wall, you must have laughed. You must have laughed. You
No,
must have
I
laughed,
think
Jeremy.
that's the first step, was putting it out there. Then you will make the steps.
Oh, one per month?
I-
Maybe I should do that.
I did that. Yeah. What? Yeah.
I mean, it's past that. I
I
need to
put
do
on
two
the
per
wall my wall over here. It says 2023. It says jazz album, 10 songs, one per month. My
There you
logic was you do one in every. You just do one song per month, and the last 2 months of the year are post production or mixing or whatever. Right.
Right,
And then-
yeah.
So it takes 1 full year to come out. And I did start it, and then I have like one half written one.
Okay.
And I will probably not do that. But I've started other projects that are getting done.
That's good.
Yeah.
So,
This happens.
and then I saw that you were like also going to do a jazz album this year. And I was like, let's hear Brian's jazz album compared to,
No,
world famous singer songwriter. No, fuck. No, you
No,
love it.
no, there's-
Come on,
World
dude.
famous.
No,
huh?
there's so much room within jazz. There's a lot of jazz albums. Like people, they love them. I mean, that's why jazz. You can do the same songs with different people, and they're all different.
True, yeah.
Like there's plenty of
Standards.
room to make that work. Now the
Where
question
did
is,
Autumn go anyway?
Leaves.
Stupid.
but no. So how do we get you to 2 songs?
88.5.
How do we get you 2 songs so that you can now be on track for March?
Honestly,
Accountability.
I am so slammed with work that I don't feel bad about it because of the amount of work that's getting done within those hours. So if I have to let this go or drag or not happen because I'm completing goals that had previously been set for
course,
myself,
yes, yes.
and now I can complete them,
Of course.
yeah, I'm knocking those out. So I do feel,
So what's the major 2023 project?
well, I might have mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but basically.
We all signed NDAs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, although it's 99%,
In the ass.
I am releasing in 2023, in the fall, a graphic novel.
Ooh,
really?
It's so graphic.
Graphic.
Ah!
Now, much like you're like, I'm going to do jazz now. I'm like, I'm going to do a graphic.
Much like that.
I hope I win a Grammy for best graphic novel.
Yeah.
So
It'll
happen.
what it is long story short, is our wonderful PA and assistant and somebody who works for me a lot, the White Banana. She is an animator by trade and by graduate. So she was working with me because she loves comedy, but she really wanted to do that. Long story short is I've gone in on some projects that were animation, and I have and so she's doing that is what she wants to do. And so we just wrapped a 3-month project, which was an actual fancy pants project that we don't talk about at this sort of show.
Of course.
It's too real.
So with that said, she is very talented, and I love her artwork and things like that. And my logic was, I wrote a TV pilot, and it's sitting there because I'm not pressing it out. But one of the things that I wanted to do is, like anything else, I want to direct the first one, but I'm not going to spend the money on this spec to film it myself. This is something where I want to sell. It probably will never happen, but I want to sell it to. I want to sell it to a production company who wants to spend the money to make it, and it's very stylized in my mind. I like Wall of Flesh was kind of comedy, but there was this kind of 70s sepia tone, the music, where I want to bring that into the pilot that I wrote, which is it's The Departed meets
Fish Called Wanda.
it is. Jane Curtin is in it. No, it's the Jamie
Jamie Lee
Seymour.
Curtis. Yes.
Oh.
So I have this pilot.
Dr.
It's basically a mobster like Donnie Brasco. This is not a new idea, right? It's an undercover guy, goes back to his hometown,
Spaghetti Eastern.
and really what it is, I'll allow it.
Yeah,
And I heard that one. Yeah, is that I don't comment because my brain, like if I break off, I won't remember what I was saying. So that one I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, northeast. It was very northeastern. So I basically, my father had a bunch of stories from his prime of being in small town politics, and he was a good man amongst where if you're a lawyer, you're one of 2 lawyers in the town. So you're making a lot of money. So they're like, there's devils within the happy community, right? Every beautiful Christian community has like 2 lawyers that are like, did you slip and fall in the church?
Yeah.
Anyway, I took all his stories, and when we would take our road trips together, I recorded them on my phone.
Oh, nice.
And what I did is I wrote a series of scenes, and I took all of his stories, his funny stories, and I wrote them into a pilot in which it's like The Sopranos, where the comedy is supposed to be subtle, but I love a dumb guy, says the wrong words, all of that. And because I would like to do it in the early 1970s, that I want the budget, right? The cars, you can't. It's just if you want to do something today with one camera, like I want the money to do it. So if we do the project, and I'm actually going to essentially take what would be a shooting script,
Like a storyboard type of thing. Yeah.
Thank you. I would take my storyboard, but I'll make that into a graphic novel and release that as a part 1 or a pilot.
Nice.
So I already know how I would shoot it if I were to direct
Got
it.
it.
Because all of these places are real places and locations and in the town. So it's all very real to me. So I'll go with the White Banana and go scene by scene and how I will do it. So hopefully at the fall that I would have something that not only is it a script that I could try to sell, but something that I could release and just pass out. And then, like a Sin City, you open it up and, well, okay, I see exactly the script, what he wants to do, and will that improve the likelihood of it going anywhere? And if not, then I got to.
And it's a manga?
Fucking Jesus.
No, sorry, it's a manga style novel?
I knew I was going
reading it
too
backwards.
long because I saw your eyes gloss over. But the fact that you would yawn, and of course, he just showed the yawn previously in the edit.
No, I was holding it.
I knew I was going too long, but you asked me. So,
No, I was going to say about the manga. Is it a manga style novel?
what does that mean? I don't even know.
Like Japanese style?
No,
Graphic?
no, we're
70s.
Americans here.
Oh.
We're like Trace Productions.
Well, I just assumed White Banana was Asian.
Not, but could be someday.
Oh, okay.
So
You gotta have
That's a
dreams.
plastic
So
surgery.
I don't. So basically, I got the script sitting there. That I spent a lot of time on. I went through that UCLA program and blah blah. Blah. And it's just he.
They know about Asia.
Yeah, they were like, you should be sending these to literary agents and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So if I do this and work with somebody, I'll have to work closer scene by scene. Is that I'll have something that I can help you put out.
Now, if you're trying to sell it, like what needs to happen, like criteria wise, like because they're
need
looking
money.
for something though, right?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, to pitch it to them, like how would you pitch it to the people to buy it?
Well, I don't want to let too much out of the
Yeah.
out of the gates early, but basically, it's take like The Departed, to tell you right from what you know, right? An Italian
But they
kid
stay.
goes back to the small town, in which this small town is a hub. I don't want to give too many,
For activity.
but for drugs,
Nice.
and there's elements of real estate and local town corruption. Bullshit.
Would
bullshit.
you? Is it like a Rocky? Would you act in it if possible?
I would not.
Okay.
I honestly would like to, I can be the guy that has like one scene and one,
Yeah.
Tarantino,
Yeah.
but we're real small.
course.
I would like to sell it out to other people
Of course.
and have it done. I mean, it's as silly as it is. They'll always be hot, but they come and they go. So the story, it's like an Italian guy goes back to his town where the town is crooked, and he was a runaway essentially. He's been gone, and he comes back, and the town's crooked. Blah blah blah. So similarities to The Departed, and of course that's from a Japanese project, which I don't remember the name, which probably translates to The Departed.
Oh.
I do love those Japanese movies. The Miyazaki or whatever.
But
Oh, I know. What
The
you're
one
talking
guy.
it is
There's
diverse.
like Seven Brothers or
Yeah, Seven Samurai.
Samurai?
Seven
Yeah.
Zab,
Yeah, that guy. I do like that style.
Kurosawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kurosawa. But graphic novels are huge.
Ricky.
Well, because I have a vision. I know I already wrote the Bible. I have the pitch deck. I have that. I have all the colors.
You did write the Bible.
I already
God
not
wrote
that
that.
Bible though. I've already cast actors that I would cast that are some are alive or dead, so that there's already.
Oh, good.
Oh, an idea of what
like
they look
The
like.
dead ones are cheap.
It's like 39-year-old Pam Grier is like who I want. And So
yeah.
when I pitch that,
That's a specific age, but go ahead.
well, as the character has kids, and
Okay, yeah.
So I have. Yeah, I mean I can, but there it is. So
I like it.
I'll spend time on that, and then that's
What's Tim
more
gonna do?
towards the goal.
Huh? Does Tim get a role?
But listen, it's very diverse.
Don't put me in that.
It's very diverse in the power. There's things you got to be patient, but I'm not allowed to write anything other than white people, right? I'm not allowed to write a movie with all black people, so I have to write where the guy's white, but everybody else is not white. So,
Oh, okay. I see.
Tim's the wrongly cast pimp.
Yeah. Wrongly.
I have a coupon.
I think it will be good because the white banana is very talented, and I'm
I'm excited about
I'm
it.
excited. I think that's a great project. And that's your 2023 opus, so get it done.
and then so the album to that
Get it sold.
would be the reason that that's secondary, because in my mind a lot of that is like songs I'd want to use in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just like the Wall of Flesh, right? So.
Tiny Tim's TikToks.
Bye.
That's how you create.
Come on, Dumbrell. I didn't do that. That was you.
When I got my first motorcycle in college,
Rice burner.
I found it on Craigslist, and it was all the way up in Maine. And I went to U-Haul, and I rented a van.
Uh-huh.
And then I took a bunch of guys from college, and we took our rented U-Haul van up to Maine, and we talked about it, and I took the bike. And I was like, I'm going to ride it for a little while.
Yeah, got to.
Now, this is like a dumb guy thing. It's like,
Well, you're excited. You got a new.
yeah, I got a new thing. So like I hop on it. I'm going down the road. I immediately dump it into the gravel, like almost 5 minutes in, because I've never ridden it before. But I was like, well, I'm in a country.
They're
road.
heavy.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of like why they send young boys to war. It's so stupid. And I had that motorcycle
I play the flute.
for years. What was the point of that? Why did I bring that up?
I remember
Well,
you
you
on that
dumped the
hog.
motorcycle.
I remember you
That guy
riding a
just drove
motorcycle
through it.
back in college.
That would
I
be
remember
why.
that.
Thank you.
He liked to kick the cars. Tell him to move on.
Okay, we don't need to tell. There's some stories that cannot be told. But sometimes people in cars fuck with people on motorcycles.
They do.
And sometimes people on motorcycles don't take no jive. But a white jive.
I'm here for the second dive.
Don't tell me I don't know how to communicate. I communicate very, very, very well.
I'm not mad. Her body was talking.
I don't know who that was, but it sounds like
Bit of a snaggletooth, I think, on that one.
yeah.
I
You
couldn't
can,
see.
you can fix that though.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like flipping a house. Can you flip?
You mean nothing?
Flip that
$100
bitch.
couldn't fix?
You can flip that bitch.
Oh, that's in a reality show.
I watch it.
Oh, that motorcycle?
That sound was a woman's face hitting a U-Haul. And if you look, he had my motorcycle.
Oh, nice.
In the back of that.
Unfazed. Unfazed.
How are people walking? I mean, you can hear, right? Oh, maybe that's.
Well, she didn't look. Listen,
Yeah.
you gotta look both ways when you cross
Yeah,
the
you
street.
learned it as a kid.
No, it was one way. It was straight. Like it was right in front of her
She
face.
didn't care. She didn't.
Oh no,
Oh,
they're
what?
definitely saggy.
Yeah.
I don't mind the fact that they're saggy. The reason that I had to call that creator out was because she made the comment that because they're saggy that my body is ruined. Loose skin, sagginess, stretch marks, none of that makes your body bad. It's not, your body's not ruined. It's just different.
That
And
is
as
true.
women, it's so important that we remind each other of that, not tear each other down and try to point out each other's insecurities or flaws as we see them. I'm 100% confident in myself.
I think you could. I think you stop it. Yeah, I think
Just
that's
stop
pretty
there.
much- that's pretty much. That's the still frame too.
I don't know why that became the culture that we just video and post.
You should have seen the
I feel
ones
it.
I didn't put in there.
Oh, I can only
You
imagine.
should have seen the ones that I knew that he would.
I'm
never-
not against like breastfeeding, like if you're out at the park or whatever. But
Yeah.
to film it and to post it, I feel like it's extra. Because like, who would need to see that? It's like I don't think you should film your eating or other stuff either. Like I think we created a culture where like we film and post more
Anything.
than we
Yeah.
need to in life.
Yes, I would say that is the correct.
Like it's
statement.
for the baby. It's like, I get like if you're just talking
Someone's
about
mom,
breastfeeding,
like,
that's fine. Like she's talking about what people said, but I don't have to
at
see the
some
breastfeeding
point,
to know.
23andMe and Facebook will merge, and you'll be able to look back and see your great grandmother's social media,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
and this will be like, oh,
Yeah,
she a
this
hoe.
Yeah. I mean, feed your baby. I get it, but
Good shit.
Good right.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Double knockdown! Unbelievable! Who's going to get up here? Is it going to be Dorian? Dorian's got his
Never
face!
seen
He's
a
got
double
up!
knockout.
Me neither.
it would have been cool if they were both knocked the fuck out. Like,
Right.
Yes.
they both got counted out.
Yeah, then what would happen?
A tie, a draw.
Why dressed up? You're in the boxing ring.
Are you happy being that way?
Oh, yeah. My life is better. Because I can be close with another man. I could walk hand in hand with him. And I'm feeling an incredibly close and good connection, but I'm not worried about somebody saying I'm gay.
I don't think you're gay, but you seem to be more woman than you are men.
Huh?
Have you noticed that?
Have I noticed? that?
disagree.
Because all of your qualities are that of a woman. You don't have any manly quality.
Oh, that's harsh.
I thought it was like a trans thing, but it wasn't.
No, he's just
What's a beta male?
usually somebody in theater.
I
Like
mean,
like
I thought
probably
Greek to me.
people would call me a beta male, right? I'm not an
No, but you're
assertive-
you have Chinese.
Oh,
food.
I got it. Beta male versus alpha male. I got it. I don't know. He said he could be with a man, but he's
So
not
hot.
gay. You can do that.
Well, I
now.
think he
It's
was.
costing me so much money this heat. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's enjoyable. Thank you. Set that thermostat to Africa.
Yes, Antarctica's on the way to the left.
Yeah.
Africa's to the right. They're like, Sudan. It's Sudan.
Yeah, I like it.
That's actually very funny.
He was
Your algorithm.
your algorithm.
That's the breastfeeding.
You like that one? I know you like that one.
He picked it out.
I've seen some men with incredible tits, some beta males with amazing breasts.
I passed out.
Oh, he's veiny, vascular. Oh, Jesus! You know what that comes from?
He locked his knees.
Too much potassium?
I'm just assuming he was cutting. You know, like so he wasn't drinking any water, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe he's wearing that garbage bag to
Oh,
get rid
Oh,
of
like a
water.
wrestler,
Yeah.
like an NCAAMCO
But
wrestler.
I mean, he's veiny. He's ripped and veiny, as the kids say.
Just a low voice.
She's getting in that whistle range.
This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. You follow me, BrianSturges.com, Polar Choices TV, at Mr. Brian Sturges, at Brian Sturges Comedy, at Brian Sturges. You follow, we're flipping the script, we're going to Timothy Hall Music, we're going to 1192 Studios, we're going to Timothy Hall as a bitch, we're going to TimothyHallMusic.com, we're going to Cliff Beach Music, Amazon, Side Hustle and Flow, get his book, get his album, by Nord, we're going to get some stickers, and right now, the music's still playing. And wait a second, we're going to play one more video, but this is probably going to be cut. So goodbye to you. We'll see you next Tuesday. And music ends here. Show Cliff that video you didn't want to show him.